Hello again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music. Today, we are checking out a new band for the channel, but a band I have definitely heard before, and that is Blind Guardian. This is a donation request from Zitronenparty. Zitronenparty, thank you very much for the ongoing support of the channel. I really appreciate you dropping by and doing those donations. If you have a donation request, the links for that are right below my face. It's going to be Paragraph or Buy Me a Coffee. Your choice, different models, check them out. But let's get into this. The song is And Then There Was Silence. It's from their 2001 album, A Night at the Opera. I don't think I've heard this song. However, it's possible. I had a buddy in college that loved Blind Guardian or loves them now. I've heard a lot of their very first album, which I think is from like 1987 or 8 or something. It's a little older than I am. I believe that's called Battalions of Fear. I've heard a lot of that. And I've heard some of their newest stuff, or new-ish stuff, but I really don't think I've heard much at all from their kind of middle discography, which is where this song is from. So I'm excited. I'm ready to hear it. Thanks again for the donation request, Zitronenparty. And let's do it. And then there was silence. And of course I have the lyrics pulled up over on my other monitor. By the way, the album art is just nuts. Before they get too far into it, I do have to say it's been a long time since I've listened to Blind Guardian, so it actually, even though I know what their sound is, it did take me a second. Battalions of Fear is pretty, like, I hope I'm saying the right album name. I think that's their first album. It's pretty, like, power metal, kind of, like, aggressive and a little bit more thrashy. And pretty much everything after that that I know of is more melodic, more like layered harmonies and vocals. It's almost like if Yes was a power metal band or something like that. And, you know, it's good. It's good fun. I know people will refer to them like as bards or the bards or something like that. I know they have like another name that people call the band because they focus so much on lyrical harmonies. And so it's all great. I did notice, I mean, it's some cool kind of like wood on wood drumstick sort of sound there at the very beginning. You've got this really nice full sound coming in. You've got the kind of like, I believe bending guitars is like a thing that they just do constantly, which is great. And not that they're bending the guitar, okay, bending the strings. and it's fun. It's fun. Just one other thing I have to say, drummer stuff. There's nice timpani on this album art. Like there's all kinds of instruments on here, right? You've got woodwinds, you've got guitars, you've got, looks like probably an upright bass sticking out of there. You've got some crazy fictitious instruments in there as well. Flute, who knows? But then there's these timpani in the very back, right below the words Blind Guardian. And looks like quite the epic creature that's going to play the timpani. I don't know if there's timpani in this song. It's just cool. Imagine if that's a real band, right? Okay, we'll back it up. Let's catch this transition. So far, I mean, what is there not to like, really? Yeah, it's like drumsticks on the rim of the drums. Harmonies everywhere. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Like a really fast march here. Okay, I mean, lots of transitions, lots of shifting of what's going on in the song. Now I'm not sure what the song is about. I mean, so far it's just kind of like I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I did just catch the word Rome as I'm reading the lyrics here. So revenge will be taken by Rome. Maybe this is supposed to be sort of a historical song, uh, or maybe not. Right, but I couldn't guess at who this might be about. There is this line at the beginning. He carries along from a distant place. He's on his way. He'll bring decay, but I don't know who he is. So could be anything at this point. Yeah, just so much happening. So much happening. That march kind of a section. I mean, it's not really written like a march, but that kind of just focus on the marching snare really caught my ear. And who knows? This is a long song. So we got a lot that could still happen, and it's already changed quite a bit. I'll back it up just a bit. Let's go. The drummer is going nuts. Okay. Yep. It's great. It's fun. It's fun. I don't know what's happening next.
Welcome to the end. Watch your step, Cassandra. You may fall.
Cassandra.
As I've stumbled on the field, find myself in darkest places. Find myself drifting away. And the other world,
Okay, before we get too far in there, I do want to be sure I pause and absorb and talk through some of these thoughts. That little section there, I mean, I guess this is part of what Blind Guardian has become known for, with this kind of like medieval sort of feel and kind of lighter instrumentation and just focus on the vocals again. I mean, it almost makes me want to like play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 or something, and that kind of vibe a little bit, which is not a bad thing at all. I will say it's not like normally the type of thing I would go for. I don't ever sit there and go, "Oh man, I want to listen to like Heroes of Might and Magic music right now." That just doesn't happen. But it does have a kind of a special place in my heart. So there's also that. Maybe even Lords of the Realm too. Has anybody played that game? The game is awesome. Okay. Cassandra. I caught the name Cassandra here. talking about her as though she's a sister. I may be just like failing history class right now and don't know who we're supposed to be talking about. Yeah, I'm just not sure. There's a lot of very interesting specific names being used, like Orion's hound shines bright is a line in here. I'm not sure who Orion's hound is. So again, I may just be out of my depth, but so far the song is very fun. All right, let's go. Key change, I guess. Ferryman. Okay. So I guess we're talking about the Iliad. The Iliad is mentioned. You've got Troy being mentioned now. You've got the ferryman. I should have picked up on this faster. The ferryman being, of course, the ferryman that you pay to cross the river Styx, that sort of thing, or to be carried along the river Styx. I'm not excellent on my history of Troy. I do have a copy of the Iliad. I think it's over there on my other bookshelf. Okay, so, we'll see. We'll see where the song goes. It's just a blast. I mean, it's a blast to listen to. I don't even know how you deconstruct Blind Guardian music because there's just always so many things happening. And I mean, it sounds great, right? I mean, they get their harmonies. They know when to change it up and keep things interesting and all that. I do have to be honest though. One reason I don't listen to Blind Guardian like a lot is that eventually all of their songs start to fade into each other. So like I know the song Tanalorn, and I remember I used to listen to the song Tanalorn. I don't remember what album that's on. And then like the next song on the album would start and I wouldn't even know when the last song was over, right? Where is the end of this song? Where's the beginning of the next song? It's like they change things so frequently, and all of their kind of like, well, not all, but a lot of their music, it kind of has this vibe and it's pretty consistent from what I've heard. And so it's like, cool, that musical idea is over. We're going to start another musical idea. Well, there's nothing really to signal to me when that's the end of a song or when that's just the end of a section in a song, if that makes any sense. I don't know. They sound great, but just one of those things. One of my little nitpicks. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, the double bass work in this song is amazing. Amazing. I like the basically the story of Troy, the siege of Troy, the motivations behind that. Like a music box kind of a thing.
I feel that some surprise, they're gone. When your time goes by and you move still kept out of sight. We live in misty tales and poetry.
Back into this groove a bit. Thrashiness. It's just so melodic. I mean, it's almost like there's too much melody sometimes. This is great. Very cohesive too. Of course, I'm sorry to pause, I'll back it up. That little verse there, the vision's so clear when day and dream unite, the end is near, you'd better be prepared. I just have to pause and comment on that because, of course, When Day and Dream Unite is the name of a Dream Theater album, and a very good one at that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they're kind of making this metaphor of like, well, it's not really a metaphor, but the Trojan horse being a lie instead of it just being a deception, right? Where it's a horse, but it's hollow, and they bring it in through the wall. It's like using that as a way to describe a lie. They believe a lie, and that's, getting through your defenses, right? You believe something that isn't true. So it's kind of a cool take on that. Okay, let's catch that Day and Dream Unite line again. I love the guitar work right here.
One day I dream you night the end is near. You better be prepared. The night shall be on and on. There's nothing more
It's like a swashbuckling.
come join in the singing and dance with us now. The night shall be on and on. There's nothing more to fear. The war it is over forever. The blind leads the blind. Carry on, the future's denied. There is stillness found inside. We're in the kill, which is falling. Misty tales and poems lost. All the bliss and beauty will be gone. Memory so fun released for a while at the moment of their final smile. It's a triumph of shame and disease. Raise my hands and praise the day. Break the spell, show me a way. In decay, the flame of joy will shine bright. Holy light shines so the judgment's been made. We're condemned all the trials far ahead. The crack of doom far on. Your consent sun is ready. Still wind blows, common silent, carries news from a distance. Still the wind blows, common silent, carries news from a distance. Still the wind blows, common silent, carries news from a
I think I feel a fade out ending. Maybe now we get this string thing happening. Okay, it's not. At least not yet. A lot of cool instrumentation in here. Okay, it is fading out. What is this? Oh, it's killing me. It gets more and more and more intense, like as it fades out. I hate that. I hate that. Lots of really like fast instruments coming in, some really cool different sounds, and we're fading out. It just that boggles my mind. I do kind of get it in the context of the song. You have the returning heroes, from the Battle of Troy, and they're marching away victoriously, that kind of thing. I just don't like fade out endings a lot of the time. Like, why do you make it sound so cool? If you're just doing the same thing on repeat and it fades out, fine. If you're doing something really cool and you're bringing in new instruments, like that almost sounded like a triangle being played really quickly there for a second. If you're going to do that, don't turn it down. Like, I have to turn it back up to hear what awesome stuff is happening. There's a couple of things. So this is the remastered version of this song. There's a couple of things about Blind Guardian that, now that I'm listening to all that, are coming back to mind. There is sometimes this, like, we're using epic orchestral instruments, but it's like an epic orchestral, like, keyboard sound. to do that, and it just doesn't quite sound as good as it should, if you know what I mean. So there is a little bit of that, like, just sound quality snobbishness coming from me. Can't help it, you know? There's some really incredible music out there that, like, is just MIDI, okay? So don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't like it. It's just it's like it feels like it wants to be Trans-Siberian Orchestra with, like, actual orchestra instruments, and it's just not. It's not that. Sometimes it kinda shows, and I don't know, it hurts the overall track in some ways. Overall, though, I mean, that song went pretty hard. I didn't know, certainly for a while there, that it was about Troy. I didn't know it was the story of the Iliad. I didn't catch all that, and so, a little bit slow on the uptake there, but really cool way to kinda tell that story, and it reminds me a bit of, like, Alan Parsons or something, doing, like, Edgar Allan Poe's, um, stories and poems and things, and so it's cool. I mean, I'm all about trying to tell works of fiction or, poems or novels, novellas, those kind of things. In this case, an epic poem through music. I am all about that. Super cool. And I didn't know that was coming. So fun, really fun. Blind Guardian, man, it's like a love hate thing. Some of their stuff I just think is so rad. And then, like I said in the song, sometimes I'm just like, well, it kind of sounds like everything else on the album. And while I like that, I would like it to be like more distinct songs. There's a thing in here where in this particular song, like, okay, what's the chorus? I'm not saying you have to have a chorus in order for it to be music. I'm not making any crazy claim like that. But it's this misty tales and poems lost, all the bliss and beauty will be gone. May my weary soul find release for a while. At the moment of death, I will smile. It's the triumph of shame and disease in the end. Iliad. I think that's a chorus. It was repeated a couple of times, but it's like not obvious. And everything is so like on all cylinders all the time that if you don't even catch the words, you wouldn't even necessarily realize, if you know what I'm saying. So, do love Blind Guardian, not without complaints, I guess is the way to put it. But it's a good fun. I really appreciate getting back into this because I haven't heard them in a long time. Zitronenparty, this is awesome. I know you requested another Blind Guardian song, and that one has a whole story to it. I've got a lot to say there whenever I do the reaction for that song in particular. It's really interesting that you chose that one. So, for those that don't know, hey, you'll find out. All right. I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Got two things to point out. Number one, down here below my face, buy me a coffee and paragraph. Those are the options to support the channel and make donation requests of your own. Details are there if you want to do that. And then the other thing to do is to go back and check out another video on this channel. If you like this kind of vocal focused rock music, I'm going to say you should try Castaway Angels by Leprous. It's the very first video that I did on this channel. I think you like it. Thanks so much. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.